Good afternoon, everybody. It's Josh here from Lookin For Games, and welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Update. Hopefully, everyone is dug out from the snowpocalypse so you can be safe and cozy warm while we jump into this week's events. Tonight, we'll be having our Friday Night Magic featuring the Lorwyn Eclipse set. Of course, this is the latest set from Magic the Gathering, which jumps into two very popular planes, Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. And we will be having our draft event or some form of standard. Play will start at 7 o'clock. We'll be playing for promos and prizes, so please come and join us for Friday Night Magic. On Sunday, we kick off our next slate of Lookin For Adventure with DM Paul and the Prince of Lies. Then on Thursday, DM Andrew presents the next chapter of the Machinations of Neverwinter. And then on Saturday, DM Dave presents the next chapter of his adventure under Luskin. Now, of course, you can scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description below. It'll take you right to our Warhorn page so you can see all of our available events, available games, and sign up to play. We, of course, announced last week the addition of Riftbound to our weekly event schedule. Now, of course, last week was a little bit weather sketchy, so it was still it was a little bit of a light turnout, but that's okay. We'll be back on Monday night playing it again. So we got Riftbound every Monday right alongside our Yu-Gi-Oh! Casuals event. Play for both of those starts at 6 o'clock on Monday night. So with a new month, we have a new theme, and this month we'll be doing some heavy lifting as we dive into the theme of Let's Get Heavy. We're going to be exploring some games we've played before, and we're definitely worth another look, and a couple of titles that have never gotten to our game table before for game night. So let's get into it. We'll be opening up with a great sci-fi game where we'll be building out, exploring research and exploration, as well as developing on the planet's surface on Mars. Then we'll be diving into a fantasy world torn apart by war in Letter Games Oath. The week of the 18th, we'll be taking on the beautiful story-driven title for Renegade Game Studio, My Father's Work. And then finally, the last week of February, we'll be stepping into the role of a owner of a cruise company to the stars in Kinston Keys, Galactic Cruise. This is a title I have been very excited about getting to the table, so I'm glad that I finally found a way to get it there. So that's the lineup for this month. Feel free to leave your comments below and tell us what you think, and as well as your favorite heavyweight games, as well as any suggestions for future games and themes. And if we pick yours, of course, you'll get a free t-shirt from Lookin For Merch. On Thursday, we'll be celebrating the release of the next set of Gundam GD03 Steel Requiem. We'll be jumping into our mobile suits and building our decks from packs in the new set and playing head-to-head for promos and prizes. Entry is $30. We'll post a link in the description so you can sign up and join us for this new set on Thursday night for the Gundam TCG. In the queue, last week I talked about the interest form for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the announcement for the pre-release, which kicks off on the 27th. Of course, we'll have 3 sessions as always. We've got our session on Friday at 7 o'clock. Then the 28th, which is a Saturday, is going to fall on a 3 o'clock slot this time. So please note the time change, 3 p.m. for that. And then on Sunday, March 1st, we'll have our very popular two-headed giant event for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Of course, this is another highly anticipated set. We'll post a link in the description below so that you can join us for one of those 3 nights, one of those 3 sessions for Magic the Gathering. On the 28th of March, that's right, we're skipping February because somebody mentioned in our Discord that February is not even a real month. So, of course, I had to respond and say, so it's like the Pluto of months. So anyway, so we're going to actually come back fresh. February is just so packed with events, things going on between tournaments and releases and set up for tournaments. We need to make sure that we have plenty of time to do do it up properly. So we're going to be coming back on the 28th, which is our regular time slot for Blood on the Clocktower, playing our next session, and we're going to probably find a custom script to play for that one. So excited to get that back out. Blood on the Clocktower, March 28th at 7 o'clock. And that's our update for this week. But before I go, I want to wish the happiest of birthdays to my wife, Kim. She has supported this endeavor from day one, and I always say there is no Looking For Games without her. She helps me with events. She does all the t-shirts, all the 3D printing, not to mention all the stuff that she does behind the scenes, all while being a technology specialist in the Trenton Public School System, in which she recently won the Governor's Award for Teacher of the Year. So, from the bottom of my heart, happy birthday, Kim, and many, many more. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.